On this week's episode, Friends Don't Let Friends.
Skip the foot spa.
Never skip the foot spa.
Never skip the foot spa.
Or gatekeep their favorite cheap massage place. Hello and welcome to
Good for you.
Good for you, man. Good for you. Good for you.
Good for you, a podcast about the things we ghosted, the purchases that haunt us, and the best products, services, and industry happenings in the wellness, well-being, and spiritual space. We're going to give you a healthy little dose of fun. We're going to talk about the things that are happening in pop culture, the ones that got away, the things in our cart that are haunting us or ghosting us, our strong opinions
that are loosely held. We like to call this the Grext.
the group text.
The group text in your ear. So come say hello. Join us in the audio Grext, where friends don't let friends
Get scammed. Other things that were stressing me out are just like, oh, it's time to holiday shop. Like,
Yes.
it is and it isn't, because it's end of October, and I need to like make my list of people that I'm buying gifts for. I need to start buying them, but also keep track of them, because this always happens to me where I'm like, I totally have enough stuff for my sister, and then I have nothing for her, and like 7 things for my dad, or vice versa, right? I'm like, ugh, it's 5 days before Christmas. Now I have to go to the mall. So I've made a Notion document for myself.
Oh, that's the best. Also, we did release this in the past and will re-release. We will have some amazing gift guides, updated gift guides, and we also have a way to track your spending and tracker databases basically that help you. So we'll link those, not yet, because it's not even after Halloween. And you know what? I think there should be a rule. And I vote for a holiday shopping / Christmas embargo until after Halloween. Like, can't we just focus on being scared and spooky?
Can't we just focus on being haunted?
Yeah.
Yes, but also haunted cart.
Haunted cart is evergreen. I just think it's not time to be cheery yet.
Oh, no, I agree with you. It's not time to be cheery, but I also don't trust myself to buy things in ample amount of time. Because remember last year when like shipping was horrible?
Okay, that's fair.
And yeah, that sucked. So I don't know. Plus, I know I'm going to be distracted because I'm like giving birth or whatever.
I'm just going to be raising a new human. No big deal. Okay, you have
yes, I'm
a
like,
reason.
ugh.
I think I'm just pissed off at the marketing cycle of certain retailers and things starting so early.
Oh, I'm already getting emails about Black Friday.
Yeah, like, can you just wait till trick-or-treating is over? But I respect the planning.
Right. I mean, yeah, of course, respect the hustle, respect the planning. But as we've talked about on this podcast before, don't round up time.
No.
Don't round me up. It is not Black Friday yet. Like, just give me some freaking time, okay?
Exactly. I'm trying to be squarely in the preseason of Halloween.
Yeah, you're right. It is. It's Halloween preseason. Do you know what you're going to be for Halloween?
No. And I really need to decide. What's your outfit? Do you know?
Did I not tell you what I'm dressing up as?
Mm.
I'm going to be Tim Allen from Santa
yes.
Claus.
Okay. I love that you follow through on that. That's impeccable. I love that you're like, I'm using what I have, which is a large bump.
One must.
Respect.
Yeah, and Ethan's going to be the elf.
What's his name?
Elf friend. Bernard.
Of course. Bernard. Ethan is such a Bernard.
I know. I was like, you got to wear a curly wig, though. He's like, I'm not wearing a wig. And I was like, Ethan.
That's part of the look.
He was like, I'm committing, obviously, to the bit. You can't come like at 30%.
Okay, Bernard, if you're listening, bring it.
Step it up.
Step it up. This is not even preseason. What am I saying? This is the night before, really. Because this weekend, as we're listening,
It's spooky Halloween.
Do you have a favorite spooky film?
Every single one. Yes, I love scary movies. And I would say just like historically, The Ring.
Wow, classic.
When I saw The Ring in movie theaters, actually the power went out in the movie theater and we had to get evacuated.
Okay, that's
It was very scary.
Terrifying.
It was really scary.
It could go either way. You're like, is this actually improvised theater?
Right.
Is everyone about to break out
I'm
into
sorry,
a dance?
Sleep no more? Like, what's going on?
Yeah. terrifying.
Yeah, it was really scary, but great. I honestly, the movie has not held up, but that's okay. And Halloween, although I hear the newest Halloween is so horrible.
Oh, I think I'm good with that franchise to be left in the past.
I'm good with just the first Halloween. I don't think I need to see any other ones.
Yeah, my new favorite movie is a movie we saw together. My new favorite spooky movie.
Really?
Barbarian.
That's on your new favorites list. Wow, I like that.
It is so well done.
Yeah, it was really good. You know, it kind of reminded me, did you ever see Drag Me to Hell?
Oh.
That's a really good movie.
Okay. Drag Me to
That
Hell.
Justin Long might also be in. Yeah, it's really good. I recommend it. And the other one I really like is It Follows. I would say that those are some of my favorite scary movies that are non-traditional scary movies.
I'll have to see It Follows. I haven't actually watched it.
Love the horror genre in general. Love how women really own horror in a very interesting way.
Yeah, we're we live it day by day.
Live it, breathe it, be it, baby.
Yeah. Well, speaking of not spooky things, moving on to a good for who that you brought to my attention.
Good for you.
Good for you? Good for who?
Good for you. We have some industry news this week. Follain or Follain, I don't know. I'm going to call it Follain. I think it's Follain because they're based in Boston. They're not French.
Mm-hmm.
Announced that they have been acquired by the beauty retailer Credo, which was pretty big news. But you'd never heard of Follain, right?
No, I don't know her. Tell me. Truly. I was like, who dis?
So Follain has kind of a not murky past, but
sordid.
They've zigged and zagged is what I will say. I remember when they opened, they were a retailer and they focused on hair products.
Okay.
They made their own hair products, and then they also sold other people's products, and they're a clean beauty brand. They opened in 2013. So they've been around for a while. And then they branched out into skincare and started carrying many more brands.
Mm-hmm.
And then they raised about $5 million and they tried to open a bunch of stores all over the US in sort of secondary cities. They started in Boston. They opened a place in Dallas, Seattle. This was around 2018. And all of those locations pretty much closed. They also brought on this woman, Meredith Mahoney, to become their president. She has since started her own company that's raised $40 million. That's a cannabis delivery company called Lantern. So I think what happened with Follain is that they raised money. They got a little bit of traction. They had some big goals and dreams. And I honestly think they were just a little early to the market and they never really hit. And they didn't really have a hero product themselves that people were obsessed with. And as a result, they kind of just never really found their footing. Were they a private label company? Were they a retailer?
They couldn't make up their minds.
Yeah, and they did have distribution in Ulta of their own hair products, but they didn't have a huge range. And I don't know. I would say you and I are consumers, especially in the natural and whatever green and clean beauty space. And the fact that neither of us have tried these products, I don't know if it says a lot, but it says something, or that you haven't even heard of them. And the only reason I'd heard of them was because I used to cover clean beauty a lot at a previous job. So they announced their acquisition by Credo. And their entire website is down. I was going to try and pull the stats and see what are the page views and blah, blah, blah for Follain. They are wiped from the internet. It redirects immediately to Credo. And I have some theories. I have some thoughts. What are some of what's your gut tell you right now?
Well, considering I didn't know who they were, not that I'm always up to date in this industry, it made me think of Detox Market because it seems like they had a somewhat similar kind of goal in terms of their mission is to educate, inspire, and bring awareness to the quote unquote clean beauty space, which I think has worked in the past. But I do think with this kind of greenwashing awareness of the industry, as well as people not wanting to shell out as much for clean products versus effective products, and that kind of battle between science-based products and then clean being associated with herbal and natural products, where there's this question around how are they tested, are they efficacious, all of that stuff. So I
Mhm.
guess my initial thoughts are, what does Credo get out of this other than their brick and mortar locations and the fact that Credo wants to expand? I don't really understand. And it's, it seems like in general for D2C companies, it's much more difficult to drive traffic and awareness just through advertising, like it was even 2 years ago, especially with the iOS update and Facebook. I do think all of these D2C companies have to come together and re-strategize for like a quote unquote omni-channel approach. And maybe this is that for Follain.
Well said. Yes. I personally, and this is just supposition, I think that Follain probably just wasn't doing well. I think a bunch of their stores closed during the pandemic. I don't think they had a ton of traffic on web. They don't have a huge following on social, which doesn't necessarily mean anything. But if you are like mostly selling direct to consumer and you only have a couple brick and mortar pop-ups, it means something if you don't have a ton of fans. So I think they just weren't doing well, and they'd been kind of, trucking along for 10 years, and they'd raised significant capital. $5 million is nothing to sneeze at.
Mm-hmm.
And we're probably looking for a little bit of a liquidation strategy and a way to kind of like gracefully bow out of the business. And I am really curious about just D2C in general, because it's a marketing approach, right? And all of these brands, it's not necessarily also like a bad marketing approach,
No.
because it's super low cost. You don't have overhead of like employees in stores and people working on products all the time. And you can have your store open 24/7 because it's online, as opposed to only during certain hours. Anyone can locate it. So I don't think D2C is necessarily like a bad distribution channel,
Right.
but I do think that if you get investment from VCs in a D2C, a company that's going to use D2C, but the investment looks like and has the expectation of what you'd invest in a SaaS company, a software company, which is going to scale infinitely, then of course you're going to be set up to fail. And I think that's probably what's happening a lot in the space right now, and maybe what happened with Follain. And I'm also curious what Credo gets out of it. They sold for an undisclosed number, and I wonder if that number really just is their sort of like user base, their customers, and their product. Credo has two other sort of like in-house brands. One is EXA, EXA, and they're really sort of like Gen Z friendly foundation. And then the other is 11, which I think is Venus Williams' skincare line.
Oh, cool.
Which I didn't know about.
Yeah.
It's like, I did not even know that existed. Cool. So it seems like they're trying to kind of pull a Sephora, because that's what Sephora does, is they incubate brands and invest in brands that are carried in Sephora. So it seems like that's what they're kind of trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm curious to see if it'll actually work. And I don't know. I just don't feel like Follain is like a buzzy brand that people are like, wow, so excited they got acquired and can't wait to like see that range develop more.
Nope. Maybe a stickler, but I think if your brand is hard to say and pronounce, that's already like points deducted.
So are we fucked at Holisticism?
No, that's not hard to say. But I think what I'm also curious about is Credo. I'm not really, I don't know, they're so expensive. I'm always kind of disappointed in walking into that store, because I feel there's so much pressure on me to have a certain experience with the products because they're so expensive, that I often end up feeling disappointed because of that.
Yeah, I really like the way that they educate at Credo. I feel every time I go in, I have a pretty good experience when I'm in store, but it is really expensive.
Yeah.
And it feels very niche to me, not like a Sephora or an Ulta where I can find them anywhere. Feels like a real trek that I have to like go and search for.
They're opening one in Larchmont, I read.
Oh, that's a good location for them.
And where else do they exist? I know they exist kind of in Nolita in New York.
Yeah, there's one in West Hollywood by the Beverly Center.
Okay.
We did a series of events with Credo a couple years ago at Holisticism. There was a location we had like a little mini tour. There was one in San Francisco that we went to, one in Boston actually we went to, and then one in Chicago. But they're all pretty small stores.
Yeah.
And then one in Brooklyn.
Have they acquired any other brands?
This is their first acquisition. And it makes me, first off, I'm like, oh, you guys have money. Interesting. But I'm also, it seems like a very small acquisition.
Definitely.
To take on.
Yeah.
I wonder if part of it was also they are trying to acquire the founder for some reason. of Follain.
Yeah. Is it about the talent? Is it about the data?
Yeah, and like you said, the real estate, they're looking for those retail stores. Although, yeah, I think Credo already has a location in Boston.
Right.
Unclear as to why they would want.
So who is this good for?
Honestly, who knows?
Who knows?
But I do think, to your point, that this is pointing in the direction of like people maybe sniffing out green beauty a little bit
Yeah.
and being like, I don't know, guys. I wonder if we're really going to see a shift and see more of these stores like Credo and Detox Market like open up a little bit more to, I don't know, quote unquote, dirty cosmetics and brands that aren't so like clean and organic. But if you, dear listener, have a perspective, we would love to hear it. Write into us at Good For You Pod on Instagram and tell us what you think about Credo acquiring Follain. Had you heard of Follain? Are you sad that they're going away or that they're, being absorbed? Tell us all your thoughts. Do you not care? Do you think green beauty is dead?
Do you shop at Credo?
Or do you shop at Detox Market? Or both?
Or none, because they're both very expensive.
You just window shop.
I do. I window shop at Detox all the time. I'm like, what brands are in here? Speaking of which, I went into the new Glossier store in West Hollywood.
Oh, really? The Glossier
The
World?
mega store.
Yeah.
What a waste of space.
No.
It's fucking massive. And there's a giant fountain that takes up most of the front of the space. It just feels so insanely excessive. And also just so weird that was built, I think, at the time that there was a lot of, layoffs and just, I can't even imagine what that rent costs. It's just a weird vibe in there. It was not a good look.
That's where they had their original store, was like around that same area.
It was tiny and it was always packed.
They should have kept it like that.
For sure.
Because it's not like they have that many new products. And have you heard of this thing called Power of Plenty?
Yes.
For anyone who doesn't know about this concept, is that number one, you want your store to look and feel busy. So you want it to feel like the rows are tight for people to like squeeze past. That's called the butt funnel. And the other thing is you want it to look like there are tons and tons of product on the shelves, because that is abundant and it makes people want to buy more. For example, when you walk into like a luxury boutique and there's only two things hanging, and there's one size of everything, it doesn't really make people want to like try stuff on or use it. Power of Plenty, just like for some reason in our brains, it gets us excited and makes us want to consume more. So I really think that like actually having a smaller store with more stuff kind of packed into it probably did them well. I'm surprised that they would try to go in the opposite direction.
I mean, that is the strategy of so many stores that are small and have lines outside, or that are large and have lines outside.
It's all about like psychology,
Are you kidding me?
No,
So... You're not funny, Katie.
I am funny.
Well, speaking of psychology, you have a sexy, unique scam that I can't wait to discuss, because I think there is some weird psychology happening in this area of product.
Okay, so this is called Aera, Aera, and it's a healthy fragrance room diffuser. It's kind of like, so the website is Aera for home, or maybe it's Area, I don't know, but let's go with Aera. And basically there are these two sorts of diffusers that you can get. They're promoting, let me pull up the actual content on the website. I just want to make sure that I read it the right way. It's a perfect scent always, perfect strength, perfect timing, and you can use basically an app on your phone to make sure that the scent diffuses in the air. The thing is, they say that it's a healthy, vegan, safe for pets, hypoallergenic, and sustainable way to sort of pipe fragrance throughout your home. It kind of looks like just a fancy diffuser, but you have to use these like special fragrances that they have. You can't just pour any old essential oil in. It's kind of like a Keurig diffuser.
It's 100% a Keurig. Or that
Right.
like weird juicer scam thing.
Juicero.
Juicero, iconic scam. Wow.
Rest in power, Juicero.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. And they kind of like, this is their science. Aera's micro droplet technology dispenses home fragrance and aromatherapy essential oils as ultra tiny scent molecules. Unlike a fine mist, it fills the space with clean, hypoallergenic aroma. And apparently This kills all bacteria and all scents because of the way that it sort of like diffuses in the air. It also says that it's hypoallergenic and it has no harmful VOCs, which I think are what basically like causes migraines if you're really sensitive to scent. And there's no residue. But you have to buy like their special blends of fragrances in order to use these actual products.
That is the first sign.
We know that's a red flag.
As soon as it's like, we have to come and install our proprietary software for you to blah, blah, blah. No.
Right. I think it's always interesting when a brand calls themselves sustainable, but they don't allow you to use the things that you already have at home, like the essential oils that you probably have and maybe other fragrances that you use, that you have to instead buy their special fragrances that come in these specific bottles to be used inside of your air diffuser. They have 2 diffusers. One is the bigger, like the big one. It's $199 and it's for bigger rooms. And the other is called an Era Mini. And it basically is like a Glade plug-in size. And it's for smaller rooms. It's $95. But again, you can only use the very special Era brand diffusable scents in both of these.
First of all, just this category in general, I think diffusers might be one of the sexiest unique scams of the last decade.
I was thinking the same thing. I was like, God, I hate diffusers so much. And I think they're so dumb.
They're so ugly. They're so expensive.
But I also like a room that smells good as a scented candle girl, you know?
100%. So there are so many different ways to achieve essentially what these diffusers are claiming. For one, scented candles. Also, they're great mise en scène, whatever. You can decorate your home with cool, funny, funky scented candles. Also, you can easily make diffusers. You can...
How do you make a diffuser?
Off the top of my head, there's a few ways that one can make a diffuser. One, you could throw together a pot simmer.
Yep.
That honestly works really quickly and very well to make your home smell better. You can also essentially make a broth at the same time. You can make those, you know, the oil diffusers with the sticks.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a carrier oil, an essential oil.
Yeah.
In a container with like little bamboo sticks.
With the reeds, yeah. I don't feel like those
they charge like
well.
$68. They do. I have found actually the ones from, shout out to PF Candle Co. They last for a very long time, and I do find they actually work really well.
Okay, you know what? We got one from Italy from our perfumer. We were disappointed with it. We really wanted to like it, but it just did not throw. The scent was not scenting.
No, I think they're a little old school, that place. Maybe that has something to do with it.
Okay. You can also use like an oil warmer. Have you ever used one of those?
Yes, with the candle and the...
Yeah, with the candle, or like they have whatever ones that you can plug in. They're like $10 from Amazon. You just put the essential oil in that and it lasts forever because it's not going anywhere and it's not like melting up, and you know, it's not like condensation in the sky. It's oil.
Yeah.
And it works really well.
I mean, there you go. Very simple, very easy, very accessible, affordable. You could also do some old school potpourri, which we maybe associate with really gross smells, but essentially you just pour a bunch of herbs into a bowl and just like leave it there.
I've always liked it.
Yeah.
It's like spicy trail mix, you know?
Exactly. And you don't really have to do much. You really just like pour it in a bowl and leave it out.
That's it.
The biggest, sexiest, uniquest. Wow, all of these
continue.
non-words. Diffusers, the Vitruvi diffusers.
Well, let me tell you, when I pulled up the analytics for this brand, they were the number one competitor, and Vitruvi does not have the same reach as this brand.
Okay.
Yeah, because Era for Home has 137,000 total visits a month. Like in August, they've really ramped up their marketing. And then, you know, I didn't do my due diligence. I didn't look and see if they had investment.
They must. If they're spending that much money.
They've got to. I think, they ramped up by quite a bit. But they also could be prepping for holiday, because I do think this is like peak scented home time. They went from 94,000 page views in July to, 140,000 in September. Vitruvi only has 53,000 monthly visits, which I was kind of surprised by because I feel like Vitruvi is everywhere.
They're also in store a lot now. I'm pretty sure even Whole Foods sells them or did at one point. But I don't know. Maybe find out the source of the not good smelling things in your home.
That's what I was gonna say. And that took me down my next rabbit hole, which was the rug rug deodorizers.
Febreze.
No. That did your mom ever use this like with your vacuum where she would use like a powder on? I never understood this
it
when I was
helps
younger.
clean it.
Yeah, it helps like bring the scent because sometimes when you vacuum, I don't know if this has ever happened to you, you do the vacuum and it actually brings up a weird smell from your rug. It's like almost like a stale smell, or if you have like a Persian rug or something like that, it's like a little bit funky. It doesn't smell clean necessarily.
Is it like baking soda?
Yeah.
Baking soda is a miracle product.
Truly. Honestly, when I was zero waste, baking soda and vodka were like the go-to cleaners for pretty much everything.
Wow.
Like every cleaning product is based on one of those two things, or vinegar.
Wow.
But yeah, maybe your sofa stinks. Maybe your rug smells. Maybe your...
What are you trying to say about my canvas sofa?
Exactly.
Sofa.
Maybe you need to get that Bissell Little Green. But I don't know. Let's go deeper. Let's get to the root of the problem instead of like throwing some more products at the problem. Scam? Would you be scammed by this, or would you buy it? The Era home diffuser.
Scam a whole category.
Delete the whole category out of the chart.
Do not buy.
Do not buy.
I'll stick to candles and maybe make some DIY diffuser situations.
I think that's right. We have a really good recipe for a simmer pot, a witch simmer pot on Holisticism.
Ooh,
if you want your house to smell like fall.
Guess what? We have not sponsored. This is sponsored.
Actually sponsored by
the lovely, aesthetically pleasing, and wonderfully built meditation app, Open.
Truly the best meditation app.
Kind of BFFs.
Obsessed with them. Actually, like wrote a full white paper on Open like a year ago.
We saw them. We were like, this is sexy.
This is the future.
And they also have recently added a ton of new content. They have a bunch of series talking about the science of breath work. And they also have daily meditations. They have sleep meditations. They have new movement classes. And honestly, sometimes caffeine's not going to do the trick. Like, you just can't have more caffeine in a day. So sometimes you really just need to do a little meditation, a little breath work.
And you can do it on your PEMF mat. You can do it in your sauna. You can do it in your bed. I mean, if you're a squiggly brained person, you're going to love Open because everything about the experience keeps you engaged. It's like Paul said, gorgeous. And the music is so good. And all the teachers are amazing. Like,
they're also gorgeous.
They're also, I think you have to be attractive to work there.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the meditation, man. Maybe meditation makes you glow. Yeah.
I mean, breathwork is good for everything. It must be good for your skin.
It's got to.
So you can actually try it for free. This is a good deal.
Seriously.
Such a good deal.
It's actually like a crazy deal.
It's 30 free days. You can use code Holisticism with the link in our show notes. And honestly, you should join us. And it's just a great way to just do a little reset, have the skin glow a little more.
Amen. Yeah, try it for free. You've got nothing to lose, right?
Except for your sanity.
But you've already lost it. You're already completely unhinged.
Yeah. Can't say enough great things about Open. So download the app. You can use code Holisticism with the link in our show notes.
We haven't done a Wellness House of Cards in a hot second. Want to get into it?
Let's do rapid fire.
Okay, you go first.
Okay. In my Wellness House of Cards this fall, getting cheap massages frequently.
The way, the truth, the light.
I'm really happy that we've had an exchange of favorite cheap massage places. I've now been to your place in New York, and you have been to mine in
That's true friendship
LA.
right there.
Truly. And we actually went at the same time in the weekend and somehow didn't see each other.
But we heard the same man snoring so loudly. So we did have that shared experience, which was great.
Always together. So whenever I'm in LA, it will be, I'm not going to say the name of this establishment.
You're going to gatekeep?
No, I'm not. I wouldn't do that.
You wouldn't
because
do
I
that.
want this business to thrive.
Amen.
And they are thriving, I must say.
They are, yeah.
As they should be. This is YOLO Foot Spa in Silver Lake in LA. Truly could not stand them more. So that is something I plan to do at least once more before I move to New York. And when I go to New York, it's about to be Fission in Chinatown, which is your spot.
The goat. I've seen so many celebrities at Fission. And considering that they have AstroTurf for carpet and put Vaseline on your legs instead of using massage oil, it's like powerful.
It's the truth.
Yeah.
I think they put paper towels down on the bed, and I was like,
They
okay.
do. They
Yeah.
do. They don't use
Nope.
linens. They're like, no, paper towels are fine. Sometimes they'll even put a paper towel roll underneath your knees, to give you a little bit of a instead
Hey,
of a
dual
pillow.
purpose.
Sure.
I did leave there with a bruise on my face because of how hard the guy was pushing into my back. I think I sent you a photo. I was like, success.
Yeah, I've definitely had like the skin sort of pulled off my neck because they've been like going so deep, and I liked it, honestly.
Yeah, I want to be beat up lightly. So that's up there, as is morning juicing. I'm back on my juicing, just like you.
What are you up to? Are you celery all the time, or are you changing it up?
No, I like to do lemon and celery, and sometimes just a bit of apple. I don't like a lot of apple, but I like a little.
I hear you.
Sometimes cucumber. I like to mix it up. I like to feel creative, and like I'm not in celery juice jail because it can feel heavy. It can feel monotonous.
Yep.
It can feel salty.
Sometimes what I do is I do my celery juice, half a cup, and then I do another juice entirely.
Oh,
yep.
She's creative. She's switching it up.
Yeah,
there you go.
She's queen. I gotta send you the moon juice recipes. My favorite ones from the moon juice cookbook.
Oh, it's true. I want that sweet potato one.
Oh, they're so good.
2 more things.
Great.
Long walks. Forever and ever, evergreen. Long walks. Why not? And this new app that allows you to buy SIM cards online instead of a physical SIM card when you're traveling.
Oh.
So you can buy data that is less expensive and better usually than your phone plan. So this is something that I face often when I go to Canada, or if I've traveled anywhere outside of the US, where it's usually like $10 a day. And I guess this is more of a haunted cart because someone turned me onto this weekend, and I was really upset that I haven't been using it for the past year.
That's cool. What's the name of the brand?
It's called Aerolo.
Huh, okay.
It's not easy to say, so TBD on how well this business will do, according to my logic.
Right. It does make sense when you see it spelled out, but hearing it is tough.
Yeah, so this is more, I guess, of a haunted cart than Wellness House of Cards, but I do feel like Wellness House of Cards because you can become ill if you are disconnected from the internet in another country.
It's true. The symptoms are immediate and they are harsh.
They're harsh. They're immediate, especially once you've passed your offline zone.
Oh my God, or your data threshold.
Oh, yeah.
When they're like,
Yes.
you are now getting charged per minute. And
Yeah,
it's
and you're like
$12 a minute. You're like, what the fuck?
And your bank account health goes down very fast.
You're just trying to get on Google Maps. That's it. It's not even like you're trying to reply to texts.
No. So this I consider part of the makeup, and I'm probably going to try when I go to Canada next. So
Nice.
yeah.
Great.
Oh. How about you?
I would say my Wellness House of Cards, honestly, this candle from Otherland. It's the Woodlands candle. It is their fall flavor. It smells so fucking good. Oh my God. And I was sniffing it in this office. I was like, what does this remind me of? It reminds me of the Playa shampoo that I worked on a couple years ago that I love, and that's really expensive. And it just smells so good, but lasts a lot longer than Playa does. So strong recommend on that. The off hours coat is it's back my Wellness House of Cards rotation. I have 2. I won a contest last year, so I was able to win a second one, which
love that.
Huge fan.
Do you have luck winning contests? Is that something you've done a lot?
No, this was a content contest. So I was like,
you're like, this queen?
Yeah, I was like, I got this. I can do this. My sister actually sent it to me, and she's like, you'd be stupid not to enter this contest. I was like, that's exactly
You're
right.
like 100%. So satisfying every time you put it on. I am a winner in more ways than one.
It's true. It's exactly what I think when I shrug on my off hours coat. And I promised them I would wear it while walking into the hospital to give birth. So it's got to be out and ready.
How much are they paying you for that piece of content?
I know, right? I need to hold it hostage. I need to watermark it and then be like
100%.
Yeah, I should watermark it and then be like, do you guys want this? Also, in my Wellness House of Cards, honestly, already is Taylor Swift's new album, Midnights, and specifically the 3 a.m. edition, because she, you know what happened, right?
Nope.
She released her album at midnight last week, and then 3 hours later, she released 7 more songs as the 3 a.m. edition. And honestly, the 7 extra songs I think are better than the first 13 on the album.
Okay, plot twist.
Yeah. And it's pretty good. I made Ethan listen to it with me. We were driving home from a play when it came out, and he was already singing to it. He was like, these are catchy, these are good. So even I think Taylor Swifties who are not sure about Taylor, I think they're gonna like it. I also have my qualms with Taylor Swift the person, but Taylor Swift the music honestly just slaps.
Separate the woman from the magic.
Exactly.
Or the madness, whatever.
What else? And then finally, last thing in my wellness house of cards is I'm back to using color theory makeup over foundation, because I was using foundation for a little bit and whatever, but I just really like kind of like spot treating my discoloration on my face using color theory, as I don't have to wear as much makeup. And I use this brand called Saint, Seint. It's basically like a little palette.
It's like paint by numbers.
Exactly. Yeah.
On your
And
face.
Makeup Forever has a really good palette too. There are a bunch of Cryolan, which is the like stage makeup. They have really good color theory, sort of like foundation, and they're all creams, which I like for the winter because I feel like it's just like a little easier on your skin. But I prefer to use that over like wearing something really heavy. And I'm just having fun with it. I really like using color theory in general now that I know my colors and I'm a cool winter.
Oh, right. Do you feel like that has stuck? That you're like, I am a cool winter?
It's tough to say because I haven't really bought clothes during this, like the last 7 or 8 months, just because it's weird and I'm not wearing stuff that I'd like normally wear. But I did get this haircut based off of my Kibby style. And yeah, yes, it's like recommended that this length for my Kibby style. So I think I mean, I don't know. I'm like, I'm trying it. I'm trying it all. We'll see how it works out.
All the theories. One day we're going to have all the guest experts on the pod. Kibby, color theory.
Yeah. I need someone who's all of them jammed together, you know?
Yes. Here's your personal style DNA. I'm sure someone's doing that out there.
Yeah, I bet there is. Oh, other thing, this is like not really wellness, but it is in a way. I'm using this new browser called Sidekick and I really like it.
Oh yeah, you mentioned that. Say more.
It's cool because you basically open up this browser and there's a thing on the side, like a sidebar, and it has all of your apps. So like Slack, Gmail, Google Calendar, Notion, anything else that you would want to use, Google Tasks. It's all there. And you can really quickly toggle from thing to thing while also being on a web page. So like right now, for example, I'm talking to you, but I could quickly click over to my calendar and it would open it up, but not as a new tab. And then I can quickly click back to you. I don't really know how to explain it other than the fact that it's made my life like a lot more simple and streamlined. And I have way fewer tabs open. You can also create like projects for tabs, which I like.
It almost sounds like the idea of what people used to do or still do, having different desktops to separate different but easier. Yeah. Sometimes that gets messed up.
I just can't think that way personally.
Yeah.
But I like not having so many tabs open at the top. It's just like kind of like your main tools are on the left and then your rotating tabs are on the top, which is cool.
Okay, Sidekick. We've got a mashup between Haunted Cart and Wellness House of Cards this week.
That's it. What should we give away this week for our delightful little winners? Okay, so we're going to give away this week to one lucky winner the Otherland Woodlands candle. It smells amazing. It's part of their Homestead collection and it's got Palo Santo, redwood bark, and smoked vanilla. It's worth $36 retail. And if you would like to win it for free $99, all you have to do is leave us a review on Good For You Pod on Apple Podcasts. We will pick the funniest, sexiest, cutest, smartest, wittiest, most unhinged review, and we'll announce the winner on next week's episode.
And you know what? We want you to live your best candle life, so we highly suggest that you submit.
We do. Honestly, I think this is the candle I'm going to buy like 10 of and just have them to give them away for Christmas.
Yeah, that luxury candle stocked life.
That's true.
We want you to live it. So all you have to do is submit your wonderful review because we love you and appreciate you listening.
That's it.
That's it.
And if you're not already part of the Grext, make sure that you join. It's getting really fun in there. People are back in the Grext groove. They're talking about products that they love, sexy, unique scams that they're finding, and of course, what's in their haunted cart. So before you, I don't know, think of adding a Whoop band to cart, maybe go ask people in the Grext if it's something that they like, because spoiler alert, a lot of people haven't liked it. I'll let you read more about that inside the Grext, but it's free and it's really fun. We'll put the link to join in the notes below.
Yes, we will. And stay tuned for our updated holiday guides, gift guides. We will be talking about them more next month on the pod because apparently next week is next month. So
by that,
stay tuned.
Yeah. And if there's a vertical that you really want to hear about,
Do
I
tell.
would like to know. Like, are you like gifts for pets? We can do that.
Oh, yes. Hell yes.
Gift guides for dads or gift guides for witches. Gifts for witches. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
We had some pretty fun categories last time.
Yes, we did. Let us know. We got you. We can source for anyone. It's a challenge we enjoy. Don't change.
Or do.
Have a great summer.
We'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye. Good For You is produced by yours truly, Wallace Miller Blanchard. Our theme song is by Parallel Dance Ensemble, and our wonderful editing is done by Softer Sound Studio, who you can find more information about at the link in our show notes.